and welcome back to the third episode of the Deeper Talks podcast with myself, Gunny, Dev, and we have our special guest, our mate, we've known for 15 years from the womb, Mr. Farhan.
15 years from the womb. Farhan is 15 years of age.
Farhan is 15 years of age.
15. I have not consented to any of these.
We have illegally adopted him. Illegally.
We are both fathers.
Oh, yeah. And we have the topic of gym and eating healthy because we have no girls this episode, so we're talking about gym with the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the main premise of this.
I'm a step down, apparently.
So we'll get right into the first question.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Well, do you guys first of all gym? Right, obviously. Right?
All right. First of all, we are talking about the gym topic because us two go to the gym quite frequently.
I don't.
Our gym colleague over here.
Apparently, I don't go as often. I mean,
Well, you used to.
used to go often,
Used
but then
Yeah.
injuries and then
Me and
laziness.
you were very well committed. And then
at one point.
over time, you were just like, hey, I can't make today. And then next week was like, I can't make these 2 days. Then I didn't see you for the week. And then all of a sudden, I was alone. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to go to the gym alone. So I'm just going to make a gym in my house and just chill. Right. So that's exactly what happened there. Yeah. I trained like 5 days a week still. Yeah.
Still, yeah. But you know what? That's actually a pretty good point. Like, we do want to have just like 3 full-time gym goers gone because it's also give a good perspective
from a casual point.
from a casual gymmer who's pretty fit still.
Very, very casual.
Very casual gymmer. Very casual gymmer.
But how many times do you have to go to the gym to call yourself healthy?
Jeez, you read that like a fucking presenter. Like you're about to do a speech. Yeah. Okay, in terms of how many times you go to the gym to get healthy is what?
I mean, what are you looking at as healthy? Because you can go
That's
to the
true.
gym like 5-6 times a week, but could be like smoking, drinking every day. Like
That
it's
is
very
true. How do you
Yeah.
define healthy?
Well,
In terms of a fitness
yeah.
sense, okay, we'll put the caveat of like not excessively smoking, drinking, and stuff like that. But how would you say you define healthy? Is it like, say, you go to the gym 3 times a week, you eat decently healthy, or you go to the gym 5 times a week, but you eat like shit? If you know what I mean?
Look, you could train like 5-6 days a week, but if you eat like shit, you're unhealthy and you're not going to have a good body, right? In general, right? So I would say that it's balancing both, right? So you could be going to the gym like 4 days a week. I would say I feel like that would be a good minimum.
Yeah.
And if you're eating somewhat healthy, where like 80% of the meals that you're having, then I think it's fine.
So what do you think of the people that go, so 6 times a week to the gym and eat extremely healthy? You think that's over excessive or?
Depends what the goal is, really.
Exactly, yeah. Because like some people are like, they want to be like, they want to compete, they're like into bodybuilding and stuff.
Powerlifting
Yeah.
and
So
stuff
it's like
that.
they train like
Okay.
2 times a day.
Yeah, okay. No,
It's
so
fucking
the-
crazy.
The bodybuilders are a whole different question. They're like a different specimen and species entirely. But for the average, no, but because like when I say that, I mean that in the most genuine sense. Like to become a bodybuilder, you have to train excessively and eat excessively, and still maintain a healthy lifestyle, which is very, very hard to do for most people. And you have to be genetically gifted as well, I think, personally, to be a really good bodybuilder.
It basically becomes your lifestyle. At
It
that point.
is your lifestyle. You have to eat 6 times a day, eat properly, space out your nutrients, your protein, your macros, your carbs, fats. And that's, I mean, a normal gym goers can do that as well. But like if you want to do bodybuilding, you have to get that on point. And you have coaches, gyms you train, you're spending so much money on it. But for the average gym goer, I mean, do you classify us two as average gym goers? I think we go pretty decently, and we
I would say we're average
pretty healthy.
gym goers.
Average gym goers,
like 5 days a week, 4 days a week.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a good
21 years old, 22 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking train. I train about 5 times a week.
Yeah, so we both train. I used to do 6 times a week, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
that's just-
But
fuck
that's
this shit.
excessive.
That's exactly because you need rest days as well.
But what some people do is like they'll have 3 days on, 1 day off, and 3 days on, right? As opposed to doing 6 days and 1 day off, because like you know how like 7 days in a week, right?
Yeah.
But I think
then
that is
doesn't
okay.
What was that, sorry?
Wait, 6. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's not like a week. It's like it spans over weeks. Like the 3 day on, 3 day off.
Yeah.
And 1 day off.
Because it's 3 days off, then you. Sorry, 3
3
days
days on.
3 days on, and then you're like
1 day.
you take 1
Yeah,
day
yeah.
and you have a break, and then you
It's not like you
Yeah.
go in gym like Sunday to Tuesday, taking Wednesday off, and then
and you
Thursday,
continue it
yeah.
on. Yeah. Like
But-
you were,
No, see, that does raise a good question, though. So the people that do go 6 days a week, say if you were to go 6 days a week, as long as you're resting that certain muscle group that you trained for about 48 hours, is it still okay to go 6 days a week then at that point? As long as you're spacing out your rest days of the certain muscle groups that you train. I think it's still appropriate if you wanted to train. If you wanted to train 6 days a week.
True, but you also somehow or you can also train like those muscles by accident as well. Like a lot of like
Yeah, there's like secondary muscle groups and stuff, right?
That is true.
Like for example, when you're deadlifting, you're also working your fucking back.
Yeah, but okay, see that's another topic as well with the whole 3 compound movements, whether I think they're good or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think you could train 6 days a week and still, because the thing is, right, again, this comes into the way you train and the way you want to train. You can go 3 days a week and 3 days off, right? But you can spend 2 hours each time at that gym for those 3 days, or you can do like 45-minute sessions of 2 muscle groups over 6 days. And whichever works better for you, whichever works better in terms of your lifestyle, your work ethic, and all those factors come into play as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing to remember.
But what's your like favorite muscle to work in the gym? I think I know the answer to this.
Hey, what do you think? What do you think?
I think it's the back. I think you love your back a lot.
Hey, what do you think?
I was gonna say back.
The back as well. Is this because of Insta?
Possibly.
Okay.
I guess
I
you
think
just
your
mentioned
back-
that. You're just like,
yeah.
I love my lats.
I don't have that very good lats from the front, but like when I attend from the back, it's all right. It's all right. But yes, my back is definitely my favorite to train. I don't know. I think the back is so
fun.
important. It's the most fun as well. Like most of my back, well, when you train the back, you're doing mostly pull movements anyway.
Yeah.
And so it's so much nicer than trying to push the weight off you than just pull the weight towards you.
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer training the back. And I think it just looks sexy, especially when you cut down and you can see all your muscle fibers and your fucking different lats and your fucking lower lats as well.
Because you don't see it as often.
You don't see if you
Like when you're looking in a mirror, you're looking at your front end.
Exactly.
Or when you see your back, you rarely see it, and like once you see it, like
yeah.
then you like start
Yeah.
falling in love with it, kind of thing.
Yeah. And like I've got to get my back like on point because I want to get like my whole back tatted at one point. So I think it only looked
Are you
good
gonna get
though.
wings on your back.
Yeah. Nah. Well, the stereotypical angel wing. Nah. I think I might get something like that. But yeah, it won't be the standard. Won't be the standard. Well, what's your favorite to train?
Mine would be like I have 2 muscle groups. So like my favorite training day is chest and back together because that's when like everything's fucking flaring, right? Because like when you're doing your chest movements, you're kind of working your shoulders.
Yeah.
And like you also need to like support like that chest workout with like your biceps as well in some way, like in terms of how it's like tensing and pushing it up.
Yeah.
And like when you just finish the session, everything's just fucking big. The traps are just like hectic. Like I don't even need to train my arms because the arms are just flaring too.
But see,
when I have
this
those
is the thing
workouts.
with you. I remember when you were like fat, right? This guy was fat before, like hella fat, like 120 kilo fat, right? At one
I
point.
was like 110.
Oh, okay, 110. Sorry, 10 kilos. Big
Still
difference. Still fat. But yeah, I remember. But see, this is my point. I think you always had the muscle, to be honest.
You think I always had the muscle?
Like you had a lot of that muscle beforehand, and then he's had to slim down, especially your traps. I feel like you've had your traps always there, but you couldn't see them because you were fat before, just covered by a thick layer of fat.
Could be.
And I think your arms as well.
Yeah, but like those are the muscle groups that train the most.
Yeah,
Which is why I
of
think
course.
they're the best as well. In
Of
general.
course, of course, of course.
Yeah. But like, you guys remember when I got pretty skinny? Right?
Yeah, dude, he was anorexic at one point. Dude, you got to put in those photos on the TikTok clips, man.
Yeah.
Expose yourself.
I don't want to do that. It's too confronting.
Fair enough. But yeah, I remember like, okay, so tell us your story because you went from 110 kilos to what, 70?
72.
72.
Right, and I'm like
What's your-
almost 6'1".
He's
right?
almost 6'1", so 6'2".
I'll give you 6'1". You don't have to say almost.
No, he's not almost. Like, remember,
He is
guys,
6'1".
remember. if he's 6'1", he's actually 6'2". So if he's 6'2", he's actually 6'3". So you're 6'3". So you're 6'3" now, and you're 72 kilos.
So yeah, so what happened was like I was probably like always a bit chubby in school, but then it was like around year 11 where like I really packed on the weight. And the reason why I packed it on is because I was
Chubby
so focused on studies,
Yeah.
and I was stressed out, so I just eat more.
Yeah.
And I just need to be fully fucking energized, right? And then my mum's like, okay, after you finish the HSC, we're going India. Your cousin's getting married, and you have to go. And I was like, no, I'm not going. After I finish school, I am like gonna lose and drop the weight.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. And I was like, if I go there, I'm gonna become even more obese. And like around that time, I was probably around like 102, 105, around that weight. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I can't miss out on India. I haven't seen my family for a while. So I went, And like in that 2 week span, I gained about so much weight. I came back and I was like
How much?
110.
So you gained, you say about like 5-8 kilos.
Yeah, it was probably like 5-8 kilos in that period.
Jeez,
because
in
I
2
would,
weeks.
I would eat a burger every day.
That's what he said.
Every day.
Jeez.
14 days, eat burgers.
Yeah.
I had so much food, but I had a great time. And all my cousins were like, oh, you're so fat. Like, you're so fat. Like, and I was like, this is why I didn't want to come here. This is why I did not want to come. I wanted to drop the weight.
So wait, you got slaughtered by your own family back in India for
Exactly.
being fat. I swear.
They say you're skinny to make you eat more.
Nah. They were just like, no. They're like,
Yeah.
Dev is like, I'm being serious. Like, it's not good. And I'm like,
Really?
I was like, fuck you. Like, right? I was just like, that's it. When I go back, I'm just going to drop the weight.
Your demon side came out. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I'm coming losing my weight now.
Yeah, so then I came back and then I dropped the weight. I think I went down from 110 to 92. Then uni started and then didn't really care about my diet again.
Yeah.
But
Wait. You went from 110 to 92. How? When? How was the time period? Give the gentleman some facts or some figures so that they can
Okay,
relate.
so that's
That's a big drop. That's a big
I went
drop.
really excessive.
Yeah.
So you know when you finish school, you have a big like 4-month break kind of before you get into uni.
Yeah.
So I went to India for like 2 weeks, came back, still had about like 3.5 months.
Yep.
So around that period, it was like 90. I dropped down to like 92 kilos.
Yeah.
So it's, 3.5 months from 110 to 92.
Yes.
Right. So I dropped a lot. I was eating barely anything. The diet was so bad because
Were you training?
I didn't have the education.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what was the proper
like
and right
when
way
you
of
first
training.
So do you know what nutrients you needed?
Yeah, I didn't know anything. I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about protein, carbs, or any of those like macronutrients. So
You just stopped eating.
You just stopped eating. You'd be like, oh, it's too unhealthy. I'll just stop eating it.
yeah, and like the thing is, some of the food I was eating, right? I was like, oh, like these vegan sausages are good, right? But really, they weren't. They weren't. It's like
Yeah.
it's like processed.
You weren't looking at like calories. You were looking like, oh, is it like stereotypically healthy to eat it, or if it's vegetarian, it's healthy. You're thinking of it like that.
Yeah, I was thinking like that, but I had no knowledge, right? And then uni started, and then my weight kind of fluctuated between like 92, 94.
Yeah.
And then I took it seriously again. And then I think second year of uni, I was like 86 kilos. So I dropped
Okay.
more weight, but it was very slow.
Yeah.
It was very on and off. And then what happened?
Well, at this
What
point
changed?
though, were you training at all? Like, were you going?
I was
gym or
training
like.
very light. Like I bought like a set of dumbbells and just did that. Or I'll
Okay.
just eat.
So you weren't. Really,
I'll be in a calorie deficit. I won't
Yeah.
eat anything.
But you weren't really training to be. Say you would say that's not proper training.
Wasn't proper training.
Wasn't proper
At all.
Okay. So
And
you're
then-
really just eating less at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went on a trip to Brisbane and I was just like so uncomfortable taking my shirt off. Right. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking eat whatever I want on this trip. But when I get back, I think I gave myself like a rough time period. I was like eat whatever you want for 1 month.
Yeah.
When you come back home, you're going to like take dieting seriously. You're going to do some research. You're going to understand stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So I came back, right? Looked at myself. I was like, you look like shit. I took a photo. And then I just started doing a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
Right? So that was my thought, like do a lot of cardio.
Yes.
And there was a lot of like shit content out there, like where they say like drink apple cider vinegar, right? Yeah.
Like the coffee and lemon trick or something.
Stuff like that.
It was so
Having
easy.
lemon water.
Yeah.
Right. But it's really just calorie deficit.
Yeah.
Energy in, energy out. Right. That's what
Thank
it is
you.
really.
Yes,
So I didn't
yes.
have any knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. So, and lockdown happened around this period. You guys didn't see me for a while.
Yeah.
So I dropped from 86 to 72 in that period of time doing skipping,
Yeah.
a lot of walking, and I would just do like barbell, like really light weights though.
Yeah.
And my diet was shit, and I would just probably run at times, right?
What was your calorie deficit then? Wasn't it like
It
extreme?
was like, I think I was eating 1,600 calories.
There is
It's like a bikini model diet.
there is 3 points to this story that I do want to bring up, right? Number one, you did prove though that you still can lose weight with cardio only, realistically, as
Yeah.
long as you're in a calorie deficit. However, the question is, did you gain any muscle during that
No,
time?
no.
Exactly. So that's the most important thing, right? Because you did not weight train, you didn't actually gain any muscle, and because you had that
There's also the
excessive.
conception is that are you trying to lose weight or lose fat?
Yes,
That's what people need to think
exactly.
about as well. Because people will look at losing weight and think it's healthy, but they might be just losing all like their muscle kind of thing instead of like their fat loss kind of.
Yes. Because you're not eating the right foods and you're not training properly or weightlifting to gain any muscle or maintain that muscle mass that you have there already at that point.
Yeah.
That's one point. And then, well, the second point, I think the point that you made before was pretty important because you weren't happy with in terms of your own body image, like your own personal physique, you weren't happy with it.
Because it was
That was
for a
the
while.
main driving point, right? I'm assuming.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
because I mean, a lot of people say that they're gonna start training when they come back after a month of
But they
eating, but they don't. So,
But I always thought in the back of my head, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be ripped one day. Like, I'm just gonna be ripped. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right. And then I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. Now I actually need to like put in the work. But like the work I was putting was actually kind of wrong because my goal was to build muscle, drop weight. But really, I just lost the weight and was like just skinny.
yeah,
Right. And then when you guys saw me when I came out of lockdown, you guys were like, what? You were like, you have a neck? And I was like, wow, geez, thank you. And then like all of you guys were like, are you okay?
dude, no,
You're not
seriously,
depressed?
like we were genuinely concerned for this guy because, like, you gotta understand, we got used to him being fat. That's the facts of life. We liked having Fat Dev around. That's the way it was. But then he came out of lockdown. He lost all this weight, tremendous amounts of weight, like lost the skin on his fucking face. And then also the fact, you know what was so extreme? Because it was your birthday. Do you want to tell the story? Or do you want,
Yeah, so it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2020, my birthday. I invited people out to eat like a restaurant, and this man at the restaurant orders a tea. That's all he had on my birthday.
So we went to, I think it was Volcanoes, right?
Yeah.
Volcanoes in Parramatta. And this motherfucker, we all ordered a fucking fat steak. And okay, yes, he's vegetarian. Who gives a shit, first of all? Right. And then we went to the restaurant. And what did the waitress say? She said, you're ordering tea?
Yeah.
Do you want to drink it outside or something?
She kind of was like, why the fuck are you here? Like, Loki. Like, she was taking a dig at me.
Yeah.
And like, it was funny because on top of that, I was dressed up like a retard.
oh, you're
yeah.
full champion.
I had like a full,
Tracky and a jump. I remember.
yeah. Like, I looked like a full retard.
The
like
full
I had
branded clothing.
full
and
branded clothing, had a beanie with like champion
You look
embroidered in
full.
gold. Everything was gold. And then it's like, what would you like, sir? And I was like, chamomile tea.
Chamomile tea. Oh,
like, this motherfucker wants chamomile tea. She was probably expecting like, yeah, I'll have like a steak and ribs or some shit. But I was like, chamomile tea.
you probably thought you're like some fuckboy or like some badass cunt.
Yeah.
Fucking chamomile
this is our
tea.
biggest customer right now. Oh wait, tea? You want tea?
Literally. Oh, dude.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But then I learned proper
Carry on.
nutrition, proper
Yeah.
training.
But then
you
you
know, I
gain-
took this guy, me and him started going to the gym together, and then I did gain size, but then I also fucked up my bulk because towards the end I stopped tracking,
Yeah.
and then I kind of gained too much fat. So I went from 110 to 92 to 72,
Yeah.
right? And then I went from 72 to 97.75.
Jeez.
So my weight's been fluctuating a lot, which is why when I finish my cut, I'm just gonna stay that weight for a while, just for my health, because this is just not good. Like, people seeing me at different times and being like, "Oh, like you had
Yeah.
like a jawline last year, now you don't." Like, yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to bring this point up because I kind of had the same experience of what you had, of sort of dirty bulking, because I was at December of last year. I was at 63 kg, and then at the end of June, I think it's end of June. Oh no, not end of June. It's like midway through June.
June just ended.
Huh?
Wait, this year?
Yeah, this year. So end of last year, I started training again after COVID, and then I got another job and all that. And then I started training again properly, and I weighed myself at 63 kg. And then through midway of June, I was like 78, bordering 79, 80 kilos,
Shit.
depending on when I ate.
Is that your
So-
heaviest?
Yeah, that was my heaviest.
My lightest.
Yeah, but you're taller than me, right? Though. Yeah, I think
I
like
think so, yeah. I'm 5'11".
you're 5. He's
Give or
5. Oh, so okay. If he's 5'11", he's actually
or take.
6 foot.
6'1".
Because he's 6 foot, he's actually 6'1" now, right? So now he can play in NBA.
Just won an NBA.
But yeah, okay. So where was I going with that story? Yeah, okay. So I was 79 kilos midway through June, but I was fucking fat. I started putting on the pounds on the belly because I was just dirty bulking, and Indian genetics did not play. Not Indian genetics. I'm Sri Lankan. Southeast Asian genetics did not play me well.
Yeah.
Even though I was training properly, I still put on a lot of belly fat, and that's just because I ate whatever I could get my hands on. I was drinking the Serious Mass Gainer every night before I go to sleep, and fucking just eating
That's not
KFC.
healthy. I don't think they're healthy.
Yeah, it's not very healthy. And And I'm at this point where I'm like, okay, I need to kind of strip down the weight, and I'm trying to go through this body recomp now. Well, I'm trying anyway. I haven't actually proven if it's going to work or not. But all we can do is try. So, yeah. So, fucked up the bulk. I've not really fucked it up. I kind of got my end goal in a way. I'm wanting to put more size. If your goal was
to just gain weight, you did well. But if it was to gain muscle, I mean, you did, but you just had I've got some like bulks do end up getting fat. Yeah, like getting.
That's the truth of it. But like, yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, is that if I can get the cut right or the body recomp really, then hopefully the back will look a bit more shredded than what it looks right now. Because right now it just looks like a layer of flab that sticks out as a V. But I think if I get cut down the skin fat a bit, it should look very nice. But that raises my point though. Because the question is, a lot of YouTubers and TikTokers now say, should you do a dirty bulk? Because I don't think it's worth it anymore. Because now I just have to strip all that fat away.
You're going to put on a lot of fat. I think the best way is probably lean bulk. Maybe
just continually lean bulk. Because if you're like skinny...
Like lean bulk might be like harder to do, but in the end result will be a lot better for you.
So yeah, exactly. And that's where I think it stems from, is right. If you lean bulk from the start, yes, the results will take longer to get essentially, or look the way you want to. But it's a less of a process in terms of cutting and then... of bulking and then cutting, and then if not getting your cut right, then your bulk is not right as well and whatnot. So if you get your lean bulk right from the start, it might be better off.
The lean bulk makes it easier to cut for you because you're not losing as much more fat compared to like a dirty bulk, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like the best way is like, if you're overweight, you obviously need to cut, and you need to cut to the degree where you are low body fat percentage, right? People who are like skinny, right? Or like have like
skinny fat?
Yeah. Or skinny fat, I feel like you still would need to do a cut. You just need to get rid of the fat. Because as soon as you start doing a bulk when you're skinny fat,
I think...
I feel like that fat will continue growing. Because you're eating more.
See, this is where... I mean, we're not qualified really to talk about this. We're not fucking expert fitness influencers, right? But the thing is, if you're skinny fat, I still think you should enter a more or less a body recomp of eating leaner or eating the right macronutrients and the chicken and the broccoli and the rice, then rather just eating whatever you can. Don't enter the dirty bulk, because it just ends up getting worse for you in terms of putting on more fat when you're already skinny. You should just eat right from the start and eat lots of the right foods. And that way you'll gain the right amount of muscle while keep on training as well. So I think that's the way to look at it, instead of like cutting. You shouldn't be, if you're skinny, you shouldn't be cutting, first of all.
Exactly.
That's my point I'm trying to make. Like,
trying to cut
you're trying to like.
But if you're skinny fat though,
I still don't think you should be cutting.
You should, because you still have fat on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But that's why
if you bulk, right?
Would you?
You're eating more, right? So you're in a calorie surplus, right? And because you're in a calorie surplus, that fat isn't gonna go. It's just gonna be added on. Because when you bulk, anyways, you're gonna be gaining fat.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
Wouldn't you go on a maintenance rather than a bulk or a cut if you're skinny fat? Because if you want to...
Yeah. Like that would basically be a recomp.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, would you better off trying to recomp from the start than trying to cut and then bulk again? Because if you do your recomp right, or if you eat the right foods right, you should be able to decrease the fat while increasing your muscle size as well. That's what the idea of body recomp is anyway.
Yeah, but I do think it's hard to execute. But
it's hard to execute.
What they do say is that if you're new to lifting,
you
like body recomp works a lot better.
Yeah, that's what they do say. But
because like newbie gains and
all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, but like you brought up an interesting point in terms of South Asians, right?
Ah, yes. Right, Southeast Asians.
Why do we have so much belly fat?
Bro, it's all the alcohol they fucking eat, bro.
Bro, no, it's all
drinks. What do you mean, all alcohol?
Alcohol.
What's my alcohol?
Wait, do you come under Southeast Asian?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but dude, my geography is shit, so don't come at me.
I think it's all the ghee. I think like
the ghee.
Ghee.
Oh,
which is that butter, right?
What are you trying to all the fucking Lankans and Indians are on fucking ghee just pumping away on the belly.
It's all of that. Like, okay, think of like in India, for example, a lot of people are vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
A vegetarian diet, most people are.
Shit.
Yeah. A vegetarian diet means that you're having really shitty oily food. You're not getting any protein. You're not getting any balance of all of those macronutrients.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really bad. So like you just get fucking fat. That's what I feel. I don't think it's something to do with being South Asian specific. I think it's just the diet itself. Because like look at the Italians, right? They have pasta.
I agree. It is probably the diet. It is definitely almost the diet as well. But like, yeah, I don't even know how to explain this because I'm not fucking very well versed in Southeast Asian dynamics in India. But then so the people that come to the people, Australians or Sri Lankans or Indians that live in this country, all the old ones, why do they all have a big belly? Do you think it's just the diet again?
I mean, they
don't exercise and they just sit all day.
Yes, yeah,
exactly. That's the main reason. Yeah. So they sit all day and just eat food, and then they fucking work, and then
because the amount of oil there is in the foods.
Yeah, it's so you got to take away the oil then.
But do you think your parents' physique is acceptable, and would you want to be that 10 to 15 years?
Fuck no, no, I can't be, dude. I want to be able to drink when I'm like 40, 50 and still have a good physique. Oh. I honestly like if I'm ripped at like 40, I would be so happy.
Come back to this clip.
Come back to this clip. But I do low key want at least like when you're 40, like you still want to see yourself slightly ripped. I feel like that shows a serious amount of dedication.
Yeah.
To be ripped at 40 than to be ripped at 25 or 21.
Fair, but it depends on what your purpose is at that point of time.
Of course.
If it's taking care of your kids or just...
I think it
just depends on your mindset at that time, I guess.
I think it's acceptable to have a belly. Like, I mean, who's going to say no? When you're 40, 50, it's acceptable to have a belly and like, just don't be fat. Just don't be fat because it only leads to problems like high cholesterol, diabetes,
and you die quicker.
Your spine gets worse, your legs are worse. Everything is worse if you're fat. So just lose the fucking weight.
That's that easy for them at that age.
No, but okay. Like even in my experience, like when you see people, when you go to the doctor, what are they going to say first when you're overweight? Lose the weight.
Yeah.
You know what? You got a big belly. Start losing the weight. You know what I mean? Most problems come from your diet and your fucking weight issues that they tell you to fix up. So I think it's better if you learn to maintain a healthy lifestyle
at a younger age.
At a younger age, and that work ethic keeps you alive longer. Essentially, like I think you should be able to control what goes in your food. Like how hard is it to just choose like a low calorie oil over a fatty oil, for example, to pour in your food and whatnot. You know,
like have good substitutes.
Yeah,
like
choosing
instead of like higher calorie based, choose a lower calorie like the lower carb breads, I guess. I mean, like carbs are still important.
Like choosing brown rice over white rice, for example, or less fatty roti.
Yeah,
because I know there's like whole grain roti and shit.
Yeah,
where it's like super healthy for you. Well, I mean, it tastes like ass because I hate it. But
do you honestly think you'll be ripped at 40? Like,
no, I don't think so. But it would be a nice goal to achieve. I think it'd be. I don't want to be ripped. Okay, so question. Let me go back. I do want to be ripped. If I can, I would like to be ripped at 40. At least once within that 40 to 50 age, I would like to see myself like have a decent physique and be like, fuck, I still got it. You know what I mean? Like imagine, okay, say you have a kid, right? And then you go gym with your kid. When you're 40, your kid's probably what, like 15? Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
15, 16? I think it sounds about right? When you go and your dad, you're with your kid, right, at the gym, and your dad pulls off his shirt, it's like fucking ripped six pack. Like, woo.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah, that's my dad. Instead of being like, oh, he's some fat dude sitting at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but it's more about like the responsibility, I feel. Because like when you like start a family and you have those responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. It becomes very hard.
Because you got to drop them and pick them up from school.
Yeah.
You got to do all of that shit. I think change the nappies.
Yeah. I think that's where your diet becomes very, very important. I think you're about to say something. Were you? No. Okay, yeah. I think that's when your diet becomes like super duper important more than like your frequency of the amount you train. Because, okay, yes, all these responsibilities come into your life, but if you get your diet somewhat right, you don't need to train as much or as hard as you need to maintain a healthy lifestyle. To be ripped, it's a different story, but to maintain a healthy lifestyle, you don't need as much training at that point in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But do you think it's achievable to be like lean all year round, and do you think it's healthy?
Lean all year. Put a body fat percentage on it. Like, what are you thinking? Like less than 10%?
Yeah, like 8 to 10%.
I think your life is like a miserable.
Depends on what what you do for work, kind of thing. I guess if you're like a bodybuilder, I guess not.
Say it's for the average person, average guy. That's.
I mean, but then if you're, just depends on. who you are, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Because like you could be someone who's just really, really passionate about fitness and gym, right?
Of course.
So it's like, oh yeah, I love this, I enjoy this. So it's like you're gonna have a good physique anyways, and you can be lean all year round.
But
if you're someone like me who likes eating food, likes eating brownies, likes eating sweet shit,
fat
right?
fucking him.
Exactly, I'm still a fat fuck. Right?
If
I
He embraces it. I like this now.
No, dude, if I don't have a diet, I think I would be obese. I need a diet. I need that structure. Otherwise, I'm going back there. I know it. I just know it. Right?
Yeah.
So like that, like, yeah, like I need that structure.
Yeah.
But like for me, I would say that like being lean all year round, I wouldn't be able to do it. It would kind of be like, I would try to maintain as much as I could. I'd try to have a balanced diet. And then like when the summer comes around, I might just lean down. It would be something like that.
Yeah. It's just I think being lean all year round is very stressful on the body. Your testosterone levels are low. Your fat percentage is less than 10% to be considered lean. You're usually like 8% body fat, I think, to be considered lean.
And you're not like, if you are someone who enjoys food, you aren't enjoying as much foods as you could.
You expect to eat shit food the rest of your fucking life.
Like you're going to a restaurant. Like if you go to a restaurant, you don't know what they put in that.
Exactly. They actually don't go out and eat. People who take it really seriously, don't go out and
They bring their own food from home. Like,
I mean, he does. Wait, have you ever brought your own food to like a restaurant or like to a birthday party with us?
Not to a birthday party with you guys. I think after that time where I was getting roasted,
bro, we gave you so much.
Yeah, because I got the chamomile tea.
Yeah,
I think I was like, bro, I just need to.
I can't do what you do because remember when we went to go eat at Grilled like before the movie. He again didn't eat.
It's like it's hard. Like you're tempted. Like you seen everyone.
Yeah,
else
I can't. I have to eat with everyone, with the boys. You know, you can't just sit there and not eat.
Meant to eat.
Yeah, I was not meant to eat. I already ate my food at home, and I shouldn't have eaten. But I still ate because I can't leave the boys hanging. You know what I mean?
That was hard, right? Because I was doing a 56-day program, right? And then all of a sudden, like I was doing so well until I got sick.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I was drinking, so like now I'm like fuck. And then like your birthday's coming up,
yeah.
I'm like,
and then
fuck.
we're gonna be.
And then we're going
there.
to Melbourne. I'm like fuck.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So now I'm like, what the fuck? like there goes that fucking program.
See, this is where you have to become Muslim. You be like a partial Muslim for like a month, and then you don't. Then you have a proper excuse not to. No, because if you're not full Muslim, then you're partial Muslim. So you don't have to drink and when you don't want to. Just like I'm Muslim now. You know what I mean?
Like, why aren't you drinking? Oh, it's religion.
Yeah, it's our religion, bro. We can't really say anything at that point, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the way you go about it.
But would you date a chick that does not train?
Or like she's fat?
Let's say she's just normal.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I just heard fat. That's why.
You had like you were that like.
But this is
this guy used to call me a fat fuck when I was anorexic. Like
no, this is the problem. I got used to calling him fat, and then like he lost all the weight, and now I was sad.
Like, damn, where's my fat boy gone?
Yeah, exactly. I lost my hugging mate, and the thing was, I was anorexic before as well, but that's a different story.
Yeah. So the question is, would you date a chick that doesn't train, assuming like let's say she's just normal, she's not overweight, she's just in the middle?
I mean, me personally, I don't base people off if they train or not. I will base them off personality. Like that's like my first.
What a sensible answer.
You're the man. Ladies, come on.
No, but then like training's not my thing either. Like if I'm not going to the gym, what makes me like, oh, I want someone who goes to the gym if I'm not going to the gym?
Yeah, see that's fair. That's what I mean. Like if you don't go to the gym, you shouldn't expect your
even
partner.
if I was going to the gym like regularly, I wouldn't want like I wouldn't want to be like my main focus. Oh, if they don't go to the gym, it's a no go for me. Like as I said before, just personality. If I'm happy,
and I like a girl with abs. So sorry, you go first. You go first.
Okay. Well, for me, like it doesn't matter if they train or not. I'm fine if a girl doesn't train.
Yeah.
Like what Farhan said, I would say it comes down to personality for me. But generally, I'm actually more drawn to people who are actually skinny. I don't know why.
Just you were fat before.
No, but like if they're skinny, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I actually just prefer it more.
That's fair enough.
Like most people generally like thick chicks because it's like, oh, they've got bunda, they've got
bunda. He's got UK terminology. Right. Bunda. Bunda.
Right, but I actually don't care about that stuff as much. Yeah. Like if they don't have a bunda, it doesn't really matter. But it's more like if you have a nice personality, but generally physically, what I'm more drawn to are actually skinny girls. I don't know why.
Interesting. Like
What-
anorexic type skinny or like?
Well, I remember that there was someone that I liked, and then you said, "Oh, I think you saw her, and you're like, why the fuck do you like her? She's fucking anorexic." And I was like,
Don't say it like that, bro. Did you say it like that? Did I say it like? You know what? Knowing me, I probably
You
did.
did.
I probably did as well. That's so bad. That's so bad. But like, nah. Anorexic is a hard term to use. I feel like it's just like she was very skinny, and I didn't expect Dev to like that type of girl, in my opinion.
but what?
I thought he liked the bunda.
Yeah, but what type of chick would you go for?
Yeah, I would like a girl that trains because I think it's hot.
Yeah, fair enough.
Caught with, I think, okay, from like, yeah, legit my thing is like if a girl has abs, like it's fucking,
Abs, yeah.
it's fucking, if you get abs, bro, I'll be all over you. No. I think, okay, see the thing is, right, this is a genuine point, right? Because my lifestyle involves me training quite frequently over several days at the gym. Like imagine telling a girl that doesn't gym, right? Oh, I can't meet you today because I'm on a training schedule. I got to go to the gym today. We can't hang out. She's not going to really understand that.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a lifestyle like difficulty. Like, like I don't need a girl to train. That's not my thing. As long as she learns to eat properly and have a healthy lifestyle, that's fine. As long as she's not fat, that's fine, right? But I'm getting fine cancelled here. But like, there's certain things, and like for them to understand that I go to the gym, they also have to go to the gym to understand that. If you know what I mean, it's hard to. Your priorities don't match up if that person doesn't go to the gym even a little bit. And if they haven't gone to the gym at all, they don't understand the dieting, the training, the going to the gym, the effort required for that sort of stuff. So yes, I would prefer a girl that trains. And if that has abs, or like not even that trains, if she does some sort of physical activity, like a sport. If a girl does a sport, bro, like I'm in love. Girls that do sports are amazing.
Yeah, and they're like fit as well.
They're like, not even they're fit. They're just like, they're different. They're a different breed. Different breed, you know what I mean? If clubbing was a sport, there'd be so many more girls up for option, but it's not. So like, yeah, nah. But if they're like, if they did a sport or they had like abs, that's
no, but you make a good point. A lot of people don't understand when like someone does go to the gym, because like I think I've talked to like a few girls, like my sister before, when she wasn't into the gym, she was like, "Why are you going 5 days a week? Like, don't you have like other stuff to do? Don't you want to hang out with your friends? Or you want to do these things?" And I'm just like, I enjoy doing this. And like some of your friends don't even understand. I remember there was a time where none of you guys understood my diet.
Oh, the diet. Yeah, I understood why you go to the gym. I didn't understand your diet. It was very extreme.
The diet's another one.
That's all I didn't understand.
Yeah.
But I actually couldn't have eaten anything there because nothing there was actually healthy. And I wanted to take it serious. So then,
You see, okay, that's actually a good point. I could never like his dedication to that period of time where it was like absolutely no cheating meals, no like full training. Like that is a huge commend. Like,
I respect him for his work ethic.
Yeah, huge
his
respect.
work ethic is on another level.
That was insane.
Compared to me, my work ethic is on below the floor. That's how bad it is at the moment.
But see, the case with you had different priorities at that time. I felt like because you had uni and then you also had issues with your job at that time. Like
I wasn't working at that.
You wasn't working at that time. Well, more reason to go to the gym. But like, I can see how that plays out in your mind, where you're like, your first main thing is to get your money right before you get to the gym right. You know what I mean? What was the question again? We went sidetracked for a second.
Oh, just like, would you go for a chick?
Oh yeah. Was there
like does she have to train?
Yeah. Was there anything else left to be said on that point? I think
we've covered that pretty well. But like, what about like you're with your girl, right? Like
yeah.
She was, like, let's say you're with your girl that had abs, and then over time she gains weight.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that?
What do you mean by gain weight? Does it mean like a normal?
The abs are gone and she's chubby now.
Is she overweight?
Chubby's overweight.
Is chubby overweight though?
It can be.
Chubby can be fluffy. I don't know if that camera just caught the hand movement there.
Okay.
What are you trying to say?
Let me rephrase that question. Let's say you're with a girl and she becomes fat over time in the relationship.
Yeah.
Would you have an issue with that?
The best way I can say that is if I have an issue with that is like, okay, okay, if she isn't living with me, that's a different story. But okay, say she isn't living with me. Most people are like that, right? Your partner's not living with you, for example, and she gains weight. Is it because she's comfortable with me and she thinks she can gain weight, or she doesn't have to try as hard, that sort of things? And then also it's like, see, the thing is, if I'm in a relationship with a girl and she gains weight, I'm not going to be like, fuck you, get out of my life, you're fat. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's like, okay, can we do things to get yourself in the right physique? Because for me, if you're overweight, you have an issue with either your eating, your mental state, and then your physical health is already a detriment. And I don't want to deal with the problems that come with being overweight. You know what I mean? I don't really want to be with a person that's overweight, because that will impinge on my lifestyle at the point where like your bad habits will come onto me because I am living with you, or you're my partner, for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I was with a girl and she got overweight in the relationship, I would still stick with her, mainly because by that point, you would just have a serious enough relationship where you like them for who they are and you don't look at those things. But the question becomes, how overweight are they? And if it's overweight to a degree where it's unhealthy, then I would be like, hey, look, like me and you, we need to get back into the gym. Like, let's just do it.
Yeah,
right?
see,
that's the approach that I would take.
That's the issue. Like, I will do my best to stop her from getting overweight, if that makes sense as well.
Yeah.
Like, if I can see she's eating unhealthily, like eating out every 4 or 5 times a week from work and stuff like that, that's going to lead to a bad diet, to possibly getting overweight, to possibly diabetes and other problems. Like, diabetes is a big thing for me because my parents have it. I'll most likely get it as well. And so being and high cholesterol as well is another big problem I have. So like, not I have, but like in the family genes, it's there, right? So being overweight always leads to those type of problems. So that's very important to me, of not being overweight. So if my girl becomes overweight, it's not a good look, if that makes sense.
Okay. What about for you, Fahan? If you were in a relationship and then over time,
but for him, it's all about the personality.
I mean, I wouldn't really care to a certain degree unless it gets too unhealthy where it's impacting her health kind of thing. But then I don't.
Yeah, see,
so we basically got the same.
But see, I don't think we'll get to that stage.
Yeah, because we won't get to that stage. If they gain a bit of weight, I wouldn't care.
Exactly. If they're chubby, like, it doesn't really matter.
But usually in most cases, it's like you both get fat together because it's like you both go out and eat together.
That's what I mean. Like, that's the lifestyle starts to change like that. It's like,
because you get comfortable and you end up focusing on them. You don't focus on the gym. You don't focus on your diet. You focus on having a good time.
This is the problem when one girl or when one person in a relationship doesn't train at all, doesn't worry about the diet, but they still look good. They don't worry about the training, the diet and stuff like that. And then you're a trainer, or you're not a trainer, but you go to the gym a lot. You 5 times a week, you go to the gym, you eat properly and everything like that. When you try to merge your life together, there will be a friction point where one lifestyle will impinge on another. And if the other lifestyle starts to rub off on your gym lifestyle, your gym gets ruined as well. You know what I mean? And sometimes a girl can't take the fact that you're such an avid gym goer. And this is a proven fact, by the way. I know a person in a relationship that broke down because he went to the gym a lot and she didn't like it, for example.
Oh my God.
And it broke down because of that. So I'm not going to bring them on, obviously. But yeah, that's a real example of where, that's why it's very important to me. Like, that
you could
person,
also see it as like, if you're going to the gym as much, it could rub off on her. And
yeah, exactly. That's I would say the better case scenario, rather than the other person saying you shouldn't go to the gym all the time. You should spend more time with me. I don't know why you go to the gym. You already got me. Stop trying to look good for the girls and stuff like that. That's a real quote, by the way, a girl said to a guy. So,
oh my
was
God,
girl to you?
No, not to me, to a mate, and like and stuff like that. If that said to me, I would be. I don't know what I'd do at that point. I would be quite annoyed. It's like, I don't go to the gym just for girls.
I don't go for that reason either.
Yeah, same.
It's definitely.
I don't go to the gym.
It's definitely it's definitely one reason, but it's not like the fucking.
It's like a partial reason, but like it's like obviously when you drop the weight, like you start having more of your features come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Your jawline.
Your Dad's very happy with his jawline and his permed head.
Yeah.
It's fucking firm.
But what do you guys think of like the fat people movement? You think that is healthy to promote?
Yeah. What's the fat people movement? Exactly.
It's like accepting people for their body and that they're overweight, and they should be happy with themselves that they're overweight.
Look, my perspective on that is
be careful here, Farhan. You may offend people. All right, we only get like 10 views. It's all right for now.
thing. My perspective on that is, I guess, like obviously, like being overweight is not healthy. Promoting it, you don't want people to just.
You don't want to promote obesity is my problem.
Exactly.
Beauty is a different standard, completely a different term. Okay, you can find a overweight person extremely beautiful, and you can find their personality extremely beautiful, and you can marry that person and be happy for the rest of their life. But it doesn't change the physical factor of them being overweight, and being overweight causes these other problems in your life. When in terms of like like in terms of your back, your spine, your arms, you can't get out of a chair. You go up one flight of stairs and you're puffed out of breath. It's like, well, it's because you're fat.
Sounds like me.
Right? And stop saying that's okay. You say that's you. You know what I mean? So I think being fat, like if you're saying, I don't know. If
Depends what they're promoting, like kind of thing. If they're promoting, you should be obese, that's not healthy.
No, like
you should
the question
eat
is,
unhealthy.
The question is like these companies that say, or like these pageants that put their on front magazines of these new women that are overweight and saying they promote when a child looks at this, or when a young person looks at this and think maybe this is okay, this is the body that's okay. Yes, you can be beautiful, but it doesn't change the fact that you're fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, being fat is just being unhealthy, but it depends how fat you are.
It's just they think they're trying to get people to accept who they are, which I can see is a good thing, but
that's a good thing.
Depends on the extreme lengths they are going to. Like, if someone is like physically unhealthy and is like prone to like having diabetes or like high cholesterol, promoting that's like the bad thing.
Yeah,
they should promote a healthy lifestyle, but also promote, like, in addition to promoting, like, accepting by who you are as well.
Yeah, but these same companies, when they upload these photos, they put the same filters on, the same makeup and the same fucking effects on to make it look nice.
Yeah.
And then they say that being overweight is okay. It's just not the real world. They don't live in this real world, to be honest, in my opinion.
No, but where I kind of understand is like some people like on TikTok, right? Let's say like they show their body and it's like, oh, you're fat. That is wrong. That is wrong, which is why they try to promote it.
Wait, what was that again? Sorry, can you?
So like, let's say that like you see a TikTok video of this girl, she's showing her body, but like she's a bit overweight, and then people would usually comment and say, oh, you're so fat, that's so unhealthy, blah blah blah. I don't think that's right. I don't think
that's just bullying at that point.
Yeah, that's bullying, right? And I think that's where that movement has kind of come from. And it's like,
but then isn't the opposite of that true as well? And what I mean by that is, you go on these TikTok profiles, right, of these overweight women, let's say, not fat. Fat's a very bad term to use, but let's say I've already used it like 10 billion times. Yeah, but let's just say these overweight women on TikTok, right? And then you scroll through it, and they're like, and then you see all these comments from other women or other people, right, that say, oh, go queen, let's go, and all that stuff, and being happy of the fact that they're overweight and they're showing off their body and being proud of the fact that they're overweight, and people accepting that. It's just like, is that really a good, healthy lifestyle? Mentally, you can be happy, and I agree with that, but physically, are you all right? You know what I mean? Like, when you don't fit in an aeroplane seat, I think you have a bit of a problem. And I mean economy, not like first class. If you can't fit in a first class.
Well, what would actually happen? Like,
I think
like if you
seatbelt extenders.
Have you gone through? Do you like? When I mean, we went on the plane. I went on the plane a bit this year, right? And I look back and I think it's like, fuck, how do you fit in that seat? Honestly,
fair. The seats are pretty tiny as well.
Yeah, seats are tiny, man. In economy, they're tiny.
Not enough room.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a plane since what?
International's even better, but like economy, domestic is shit. You're like packed together tight, bro. And like the overweight people generally sit at the extra legroom space bit. But imagine like a really big person just sitting in between you.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but don't some people have to buy like 2 tickets if they do take up 2 spaces?
Do they?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
actually think they would. Because imagine someone booked 1 seat, but they actually take 2 seats.
Yeah.
Right? And then your seat is right next to theirs.
Yeah, I know. It's just long, bro. It's long. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in a fucking couple of... We're going next week.
Like
week
weeks,
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's come by pretty quickly, to be fair.
Yeah, it has. But what do you think about like fitness influencers and
What do
what
you
they
mean?
promote?
Some promote extreme.
I'm
I
not.
don't like the fitness influencers that promote their own product just for them to get money. Even
Are you talking about products or body image? Sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, are you talking about products?
like like there's some fitness influencers who promote like their own products, saying, "Oh, this is how I lost weight with this product."
Oh, okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
That's like
That's a no-go.
it's like you're just selling out your view. Like you're selling out your
you're
viewers.
selling
basically.
false hope, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
It's really bad.
Most likely they didn't lose weight just because of that.
Yeah.
They lost it like how depends like how like dieting through calorie deficits and stuff. And going to
Exactly.
the gym instead of like, oh, if you take this will help you lose weight, or this will make you lose weight, kind of thing. Like it's just
That's just BS.
yeah.
None of that shit usually works.
Okay. On that point, though, not on that point, but like on a little sidetrack point to your original question of is promoting fitness, the body image of those fitness influencers, right? Do you think that's really healthy? Or is that extreme levels of healthiness?
It depends on
Yeah.
the viewers because they're promoting their lifestyle. That's
That's their lifestyle, exactly.
That's why they look like that.
But
Promoting to like some average person, be like, oh, I have to be like them. I have to follow exactly what they're doing. That can like interfere with their lifestyle.
yeah,
thing.
that's where I think it becomes a problem. I think there's like, especially for guys, right? Those guys like they're completely ripped. Like you, okay. So the problem is number one of all these fitness influencers, right? You don't actually know whether they're jacked naturally or they've got
Yeah, you don't know if it's
testosterone.
real or not.
or PEDs or performance like drugs running through their body, right? You'll never know. Even if they say they're natural and they look natural, you never know. And then you've got the ones that don't look natural and they say they're natural. It's just like, come on now. Let's be honest here. You know what I mean? There's only a certain amount that's actually achievable on the food that you eat and the time that you have. And then if you don't really fit in that criteria, you don't really know whether you're natural or not. You know what I mean? And I think for people or like people our age or younger than us, really, people younger than us that don't really know the difference of what's right and what's wrong and how to select what people to follow properly, I think they get drawn into like a false hope of what a really, really good physique actually looks like or that's naturally attainable. And that's my issue with the whole fitness industry and the fitness influencer side of
Yeah,
it.
it's like you don't know who's natural, who's not.
Exactly. And how
can
much
you
of it is,
trust?
and how much of it's like actually achievable. Like there's really super ripped guys that look really good on the under lighting and the editing. I mean, some influencers very recently in a scandal were caught out for using CapCut, or not CapCut, but for using an editing software that like shrink your waist,
So you look
shrunk
wider.
your waist so you
Yeah.
look wider. And that stuff like really pisses me off because that you look up to these people and they do shit like that. And of course they make their living off promoting stuff like that and the whole fitness and their whole physique. But like it's really sad to think about it.
Yeah.
That's my whole issue. When I train, I don't think to look like, because like Alex Eubank was like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
influencers,
same.
like,
Yeah, I like
fucking
Alex
Greek
Eubank as
Greek
well.
god. He's like our age, you know.
Yeah, and I think what he has looks
it's like-
achievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he's not called out. Well, some people called him out for steroid use, not or testosterone use. But the thing they called him out for was editing his images.
But everyone edits their image.
No.
right?
The issue comes when you're like shrinking your waist, not like lighting and effects and stuff. Or when you're like actually shrinking your waist.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
false image of what you
False,
actually
yeah.
are.
You don't actually look like that at all.
Exactly.
And I think another guy, like, so there was some guy on TikTok calling all these guys out in terms of their editing.
Yeah, exactly.
And he
Yeah.
says the door hinges off. And
Yeah.
it's like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when I've got like really cut with these influencers. I'm like, okay, I got to stop believing everything I see and like seeing what's completely natural and what's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my issue with it. Never trust these people.
But okay, let's take it like another reverse. You know, we were saying that fat
we're on the
people
Reddit now?
is like
Okay.
not really like ideal, right? What do you think about like skinny people?
Yeah, not good either. Because I was very skinny before. If I ever upload a picture of myself when I was like 55
can't
kilos.
contribute. I was never skinny.
But no, the same goes vice versa. Being extremely skinny is extremely bad as well. I think it's better than being overweight, but it's still very bad.
Yeah. Yet I prefer skinny girls.
No, but like the thing was, I was very skinny, right? You'd see my ribs I was very skinny. I was 55 kg, bro. You could see my ribs.
I've seen my ribs in like 18 years.
Oh my god! Hey, you got to get in the gym, bro. You got to come with us, man. Again,
Probably after.
I'm gonna be changing gym soon, and yeah, I'm gonna see which. I'm gonna move from Plus Fitness.
Okay. I was gonna say,
kinda
don't
shit.
expose it.
Yeah.
Don't expose which.
Oh
gym
yeah,
you're
because
going to.
I'm very
You're too
famous
big
right
time
now. Yeah. But yeah, I would say if you're extremely skinny, eat some fucking food and gain some weight and hit the gym.
But then
gym.
Doesn't that revert back to your old one? Like, don't dirty bulk.
Yeah, don't dirty bulk. Eat properly and eat lots of the right foods, and then go to the gym as well and gain muscle. Don't gain fat. Gain
Do
muscle.
proper research. Don't base off
Do
your
proper
research
research,
of
yeah.
one guy.
Yes.
That's what I've learned. Never base it off
Because
one person.
anyone can be a fitness influencer. Anyone can shout fitness information. As long as they look like a decent shape, anyone can put a workout program. Anyone can put a meal prep together. Anyone can do any of that shit, right? But you really, really have to do your own research and your proper research and find out what works for you. The same gym exercise that I like for doing my back won't be the same exercise that he likes doing for his back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you really got to find, by testing and trialing out different things, what works for you. But end of the day, there's two things: eat properly and train hard. There's no one. Dude, okay. But that comes to my story as well. Like, I used to train. I started going gym 3 years ago, technically. But I was so inconsistent, and all I did was just power lift. I go to the deadlift.
I remember.
I just go to the
your
deadlift.
Romanian deadlifts. that's
Romanian deadlifts and fucking deadlifting. I just like, oh, dude, I'm so strong now.
And then you got injured and you were out for a while.
Yeah, and then I was out for a while, and then jobs got in the way, and I was out for a while. And then my real progress has been only from December of last year to now, of gaining extreme amounts of weights and muscle and size. And now I'm on a bit of a cut or body recomp.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got to train hard and train right and eat right, and that's when you see the results. And it's an obvious statement, but like a lot of people don't know what to do. It's the best way to say it.
Yeah. Well, I want to go on a different tangent here.
He's on his phone texting his girlfriend all the fucking time.
Oh my God, no. So I've got some Reddit stories here, right? And this story, so this is, he had to break 2 guys having sex in the showers. But what would you do in that situation?
What if I had to break 2 people having sex? Why would I break 2 people having a good time in the shower?
No, but it's your job.
It's my job.
Quitting. That's what I'm doing.
What would you do?
I'm quitting. It's not my job anymore.
It depends on who they are. If they're good, I'll try to join in.
But surely you've seen like some like random stuff, like of like people doing like
Weird
people like with
exercises.
wrong form and shit, and it's
Oh,
like they're
yeah.
gonna like hurt
I mean,
themselves.
There will
Yeah.
be people doing wrong form, but they're starting off, or like they're there for the same reason.
Even I question my form sometimes. I see someone else is bigger than me and that's like more jacked than me doing the same exercise with a slightly different form. I'm like, fuck. I've done this whole wrong my whole life. But you know what? I think, form really shouldn't be different person to person. But sometimes it is. Or maybe
Well, it depends on like
looks
the
different.
anatomy of your
level.
body. Kind
Yeah.
of. Like some people can't do like certain things. Like for instance, like I have really bad ankle mobility, so I can't squat
Sucking dick too much.
below like
does that
the
have to do
90
with
degree angle. Apparently, it's got to do with that because otherwise your back.
He's talking about his comment.
Like, what was his? What did you say?
I think you're sucking dick too much.
I'm like, what does that do with ankles?
Because you're like, when you're on your knees, your ankles are bent. What the fuck am I explaining this?
Yeah, well, you know
What
so
you
much,
do
bro.
in
What
your-
do you do in
yes,
your
yes,
free
yes.
time?
What you do in your spare time, that's up to you.
Well, man.
Oh, man. So what were you saying before I cut you off?
I completely forgot that. I'm like completely
Oh, yeah,
sidetracked
ankle
with
mobility.
that. Like, I was like, what the fuck? No, so like I have really bad ankle mobility, so I can't go below 90 degrees. Otherwise, it'll fuck my back up, which is why I stopped squatting.
Yeah.
Because like I think my max is like
Yeah, that's-
170 kg for a squat.
That's very good.
I was pretty happy with that. I did it in a short period of time, but then after that, I was just like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about legs. Do you care about legs?
Dude, no, I do actually care about legs now. I do want decent legs. I don't want to have chicken legs. I have chicken legs now, but I don't want to have chicken legs forever.
Like I have decent legs now. I don't need it.
Nah. The only advantage to having small legs is just you have a bigger dick. But perception-wise.
Okay, I was like, wow, that makes sense.
Perception-wise, you do. But yeah, no, I do want decent legs now because I think legs are important. Especially when it
Yeah.
comes to terms of fighting and wrestling, like having good legs, good ass is very important. All your punching power comes from those.
From your legs,
Exactly, from those areas. So then I need to get better legs and stronger legs, you know?
I used to have a really massive ass, and now it's just shrunk because I stopped training legs.
Wait, tell about your
Jeez,
addiction of, you wanted to show every guy that you knew your ass.
This guy would wear tight pants.
Bro, he
Tight pants? No, I did not wear tight pants.
What do you mean you didn't wear? He wore the tightest of tight pants, and he went out to every guy. He's like, "Can you touch my ass, please?"
No, I didn't say touch my ass. I'll just bring Farhan. I'll be like, hey, look at this ass.
He
We'll
would
go to
call-
a mirror.
No, but you
He
said
would
you want to.
corner me in a room and say, "Look at my ass." I'm like, "What's going on?"
He's a serial sex offender. No, but you legit. I don't know if you want to put this in, but you asked us to touch your ass, bro.
I never asked you to touch
I
my
don't
ass.
remember touching. He said, "Look at it." Just
Okay. I swear. Okay, maybe I'm just.
Maybe you wanted to touch my ass.
No. I feel like you would want us to touch your ass, though.
No.
Because he wore the tightest of tight pants. Like, it didn't fit you, Dev.
Bro,
It didn't fit you.
it wasn't tight.
It didn't fit you.
It was my size. All right.
that means it didn't fit you. If it's your size, it didn't.
Yeah,
fit
it
you.
didn't fit you.
No, it was definitely my size. It's called skinny fit for a reason. It's supposed to latch onto your fucking skin.
Dude,
Skinny fit, but not tight.
Yeah, bro.
Skinny fit is meant to be fucking tighter.
Bro, it looked like
Why
you
do
were
you
wearing, it looked like you were wearing girls' leggings, bro.
Even gym shirts, like, bro,
gym shirts.
you're like, no, you're saying like some of the gym shirts I wear, you're like, oh, that shirt's too tight. I'm like,
Bro,
it's
that-
supposed to be tight.
he wears.
How do you breathe in them?
Yeah,
That's what I
exactly.
wanna
You
know.
wear super tight shirts as well.
No, it's supposed to be tight.
You just wanna
That's how
flex-
you show
you
the
just wanna
fucking
flex
games,
your
you
arm.
fucking retard.
Exactly. That's what I mean. He's trying to
Whoa.
show off his chest, fam.
No shit. Bro, I fucking worked hard for the fucking chest. Fucking hell.
Bro, but you're wearing it like a size extra small, and you're like a size large, fam.
I'm not large, I'm medium. Bro,
You sure about that?
what I'm wearing right now is medium. That's how you show your gains.
We don't. No one gives a shit though.
I'm gonna fucking bitch slap you on this fucking podcast.
Bro,
Bro,
I'm just
you-
a commentator now.
Dude, I'm not even lying, bro. When you wore your leggings, everyone could see your dick outline.
You can't see the
I mean,
dick out.
I
like,
wasn't looking
unless
down
it gets
there.
hard.
I'll be honest, I wasn't looking down there.
No, bro, you
Yeah, I'm
can't.
starting to question you, bro.
What do you mean?
you're looking at my dick outline?
No, because
Like,
your fucking pants were so tight that everyone could see it.
no.
Bro, we were walking down the street, girls were giving him the eye, bro.
Okay, so you thought that the shirts that I were wearing are too tight sometimes.
Bro,
Sometimes, yeah.
remember the one when he came back drunk today? When we were watching Spider-Man,
purple
the
polo?
purple polo shirt?
That one's
we
a
were
bit
all
tight,
like,
I'll
what
be
the
honest.
fuck is he wearing?
Bro, it's called slim fit. Fucking hell.
The shirt was riding up your stomach, bro.
I'm sorry you guys like wearing baggy shit.
I didn't used to wear baggy. I wear
it's a
baggy shit
choice.
now. But like, no, bro, you just wear. You
Well,
just
FYI,
wear
I wore that shirt into work and everyone was complimenting me. Thank you. Fuck.
Were you drunk?
because everyone
When
saw
this
your
happened?
freaking nipples, bro. They're like flicking ding ding.
Pectorials, bro.
Pectorials. What?
They call them nipples.
Bro, your shirts are too tight, bro. We can buy you some shirts if you want us to. Just he works.
Don't,
He
don't
works.
expose where I go.
Yeah, I was about to for a
Don't expose
second.
where I went.
I was about
But
to.
don't you get me? You wear clothes to show what you've fucking achieved in the gym.
I usually just try to wear
And
clothes
you're
to hide
coming
it.
at me for flexing my watch, and you wear tight shirts to show your tits.
But I don't fucking post about it.
Same shit, fam.
Bro.
You wear it to impress someone. You wear it to
But I
impress
like
the
wearing
girl.
polos because usually the cuffs are like around the arm. Like some of my polos aren't as tight.
There is about admit some of my polos
So
are tight.
he tries to shrink them, bro.
Oh my god, no.
Do you go shopping in the baby section or like in the kids aisle?
No. I shop in the fucking man section.
He's getting
Bro,
very
I'm
offended
telling
here.
you, dude, he had leggings that came from the woman's side of the shop, bro. You wear a push-up bra as well, or like?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh, but I'll be honest, right? There was a time where
you
like
actually wore one?
No,
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no, no.
What happened?
Whoa,
No,
confession
no,
101 from
So when I started skipping again, right?
Yeah.
Because
I started skipping now. It's actually very
yeah, when I started skipping, my chest would go up and down, and it would actually hurt. So like that was the first time I realized that having a push-up bra actually makes sense. But I didn't get one. I got used to the pain.
I don't think a push-up bra helps that. That pushes it up.
just
So you need a
tape it.
sports bra or tape.
What is it? Yeah, same
I don't know
shit.
why it's a
No, it's
tape.
not the same shit.
So you know your bras?
No, you ask any push-up bra does not do the same thing as a sports bra. What the fuck?
Sports bra. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was
sports bra,
referring to.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it made sense because it keeps everything in, right?
Yeah.
Because like when I was doing it, it does go up and down.
Oh, dude, how would you feel if you had bigger titties than your girl?
I would be
That's
very
a
happy.
flex.
That's a flex. It's like you can suck on them now.
No, that's
what? We cut
okay.
that.
Now we know what Gunny likes.
But, I'm actually
Any
not
girls out there?
I'm
if
actually
he's
not,
got-
I'm not a titty man. I'm not a titty man. I'm actually not. But we'll cut that bit out. Oh man.
Oh god.
I think on that note, I think we should wrap this one up.
Yeah, you got a bit heated there.
Got to be heated there.
I got a bit aggressive.
But no,
there.
very
that's
enjoyable
That's the
to
way
watch.
it's like. Yeah.
No, you wear gym clothes
I
to
think-
show
I
your
think-
gym
I
fucking
think-
gains.
Dude, yeah.
It's as simple as fucking that.
I seriously think you wore those pants just to get touched.
Right.
I'm not going to make a comment here. I am no longer a guest.
Are you
on this
tempted?
show.
Clearly.
I'm clearly not. Maybe one of
no.
your mates are that one you slept with.
Oh, but like one of the mates was like
Hold up.
Whoa, hold up. One of your mates?
One of your mates.
One of them.
so not that one, but another one. Like he actually touches my ass. Like he's like, I'll give it like he's like, give me a Brahmin lap dance.
Bro, we're not putting this in, bro.
Oh, whoa.
All right.
This is good TikTok material, though.
With that, we are wrapping this podcast up. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next
There
episode.
may be a physical altercation after this. If the cameras are still rolling, you might get a glimpse.